107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
Ask Judge Mathis. What we're doing is asking Judge to answer some questions about some high-profile cases, one being last Thursday night. We had some shootings, 3 dead, including the shooter, in Lafayette, Louisiana, a movie theater there. Bob Slade, you want to ask Judge Mathis?
Judge, do you like to be called Judge, Your Honor, Judge Mathis, Judge Greg? Or
Mother named me Greg, but I earned the title of judge.
Yes.
All right.
So,
Your Honor.
Judge.
You make your choice.
Okay. Well, Your Honor, here's the question. You have a situation where this individual comes into a movie theater in Lafayette. Folks, 20 minutes into the film, train wreck of all films, big comedy that's out now, and just gets up and starts firing. Bam, 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 bam. 2 people dead, 9 wounded. The guy gets up, tries to run out of the theater, comes back into the theater, and commits suicide after that. The big issue everybody's talking about is these guns. What is going on? I mean, President Obama talked about it when he was in London hours before on the BBC. He said we're 5% of the world's population, and we got all the guns.
Yep. And we have the worst gun laws throughout the world. We have more handgun killings and automatic weapon killings than any place in the world. And much of it is due to the lax gun laws. This case and many of the others where we see the multi-killing massacres are committed by mentally ill. This guy was mentally ill from my understanding. And mentally ill folks with guns in their hands should not occur and would not occur should we have reasonable gun laws. You know, the federal government requires a 3-day gun check. However, what we have are the gun shows in most states that don't require any checks. Yeah. You can go to a gun trade show on a Saturday anywhere in America. Not every city, but anywhere in America, and you can purchase a gun immediately across the table. Why? Because this is person-to-person purchase and not a gun shop to individuals, not a store to individuals. They are required to have a 3-day background check before they can deliver the gun. A gun show does not. That's a loophole that is allowed, and that is where many of the illegal guns are coming from and how they are falling into the hands of the mentally ill because there's no requirement for the check. And really, I must say, to take it to a little political angle here, the NRA, National Rifle Associations, they really have a chokehold on state legislatures all around the country. They're the most powerful, one of the most powerful lobbying groups throughout the country. They have both the Democrats and the Republicans beholden to them. Yes. And it's primarily because we know the game, the donations and the threat of having them put out of office and running people against them. And much of this started with the 1984 gun laws implemented by Ronald Reagan. There you go. I'm sorry, I think it was 1980. It was 84. And he pretty much decriminalized and the licensing of guns, where you had the tabletop dealers, where you could send off for a license in the mail, right, and then go and get guns shipped to you from manufacturers. I remember it vividly. As a kid on the street, it was very hard for us to get guns. Very difficult for street guys to get guns up until the deregulation. Then, when I came home from college, there was 9 millimeters on every corner. They had a saying, new and in the box, $250. All my boys whom I had been on the street with before I went to college, every one of them had 9 millimeters. Wow. When prior to going to college, just 4 years later, 4 years earlier, it was hard to find the gun. I'm not going to tell you how we got the guns, but it was very rare. You'd have a crew of 5 people and there'd be one gun. Now, and since then, everybody in the crew has a gun.
That's it.
And that's deregulation, which started by Ronald Reagan and has continued through the Republican chokehold which has resulted from the National Rifle Association and the lobby that they have. So it's politics.
Right.
Just like the dope and the guns that are coming to our community, a lot of that is politics. The dope is from international politics, et cetera, et cetera.
Now, you know, this has got to be so painful for the president to see every time something like this happens, because ever since the babies were killed in Connecticut, he was trying to get the laws changed. Do you think it's going to be possible to have any kind of change before he ends his reign?
Well, you know, if we fight back. I always tell folks that African Americans, we've never lost a fight that we've been in. We won the fight against slavery, emancipation. We won the fight for civil rights. We won the fight for desegregation. We won the Voting Rights Act and then won the presidency as a result of that Voting Rights Act. I think if we focus on this fight against guns, and that being all these internet campaigns that we see, the technology and the social media that we have, if all of them get together and start sending petitions to their congresspersons, particularly those in the districts that they know their state legislators primarily. It's in the state laws. They send petitions and signatures and social media telling them that they're not going to get their vote. I don't care how much money the NRA gives them. If you tell them they're not going to get your vote, you'll see a change.
All right. All right.